Good morning, Math 130 students. This is our 9 a.m. class. We didn't have class on Tuesday because I'm actually still, you can tell, still recovering from COVID here, but I should be okay to get through class today. So I have lots of just little detail stuff that I thought I'd go through just because I know I sent you a bazillion emails. The book thing has been like a total mix up this fall, and faculty didn't even know that we were switching until the middle of summer, and they didn't even explain how this was all going to work until last week. So, so there are two packets that everybody should be receiving at some point. First of all, you should have received an email from Candace Carls Newsome last week asking you to make a choice on how you were going to receive your materials because things got goofed up. There's two packages. One package you probably already received, hopefully, and that is the worksheets for the course and the exam reviews. If you did not receive that, and if you did not receive an email from Candace, you need to let me know. But you need to be checking your school email all the time. If this is your first semester here, that's a really critical thing. I'm going to tell you one thing about that course in that package. There's a table of contents. The beginning says MAT 040. If you want to go and grab that whole section at the top that say worksheets for MAT 040, grab them out, throw them away, use them as scrap paper. We aren't doing any of those. That's for the support course that you guys are not enrolled in. And it's just going to cause confusion for everyone. It already did yesterday in my one class. So you can pull those and set those aside. Then the other item that you should be receiving in the mail is called the Math in Our World workbook. And that is by Dave Sebecki through McGraw-Hill. And it's available on our Alex website. And that's what we're going to have to use today to kind of work through some problems. But you should be getting that one in the mail or pick up as well, but they're still not in at the school I checked this morning. So hopefully today or tomorrow. The great thing is Monday is Labor Day, so there are no classes on Monday. And so hopefully that gives us a couple days for that to come in and those to get shipped out to you all. Otherwise, on Tuesday when we see each other, we'll have to use the ebook in Alex as well. So that is that. A couple of other things. I thought I would just share my screen here. That is my screen one, but I don't want to share that. Okay, let's see what I'm sharing here. Are you all seeing my email? my
Yeah.
share thing. Okay, my screen share thing kind of got mixed up there for a minute. So okay, so let's go here, and I'm going to get into our Jetnet class. While that's getting started, I'll talk about the Alex thing. So in Alex, the very first thing that you should be doing is your initial knowledge check. If you have not done that, it is critical that you do that. This is not our class, but I can see if you've done your initial knowledge check. That is going to help you fill in your, what we call our pie, okay? It's going to be a circle. And there's, of all of the topics that we're doing in units 1, 2, 3, and 4 this semester, there are topics that objectives that we would like you to learn by the end of the semester. Now, a lot of you have come in with pre-knowledge, things that you maybe learned in high school or working or otherwise. And so when you take that initial knowledge check, if you do the very best that you can on those questions, answer the ones that you know, say, no, I don't know on the ones you don't know, then it's going to tell you what's already filled in your pie. And that's a beautiful thing because you want to get that pie filled in as quick as you can. So now there's lots of parts of the pie that are going to be things that we're going to learn this semester that obviously you probably don't know yet. And that's okay. That's the idea of being in the class. But if you don't take that initial knowledge check, then it's hard for you to get going in the class. So that is the number one thing. You need to get the initial knowledge check done. I'm going to start emailing those students that do not have it done. So you might be getting stalking emails from me very soon, because I'm getting back energy. And that means that I'm going to be on top of it. So tomorrow on my day off, I will be sending out emails to those students that haven't done the initial knowledge check. After that, you should be able to, I'm going to go back and share my screen again. Here in the student view. So I'm going to go to the student view. Okay, no, I'm skipping that. Thank you. And I'm skipping this. Okay. So here is, oops, do we have somebody in the waiting room? Yeah. So over here is the ebook and the message center. So in the menu, you can click on ebook. We're going to be working in the ebook today because we don't have the actual Math in Our World book. And we're going to be starting with Unit 1 and Lesson 1-1. Now, at the beginning of every lesson, there's always some prep skills. If you want to work through those just to make sure you're feeling confident with some of the basics, you're welcome to do that. But in the Google Doc that I'm going to send out every day before class, it is going to tell you what pages and what problems we're going to work on. My goal was that we would get through 1-1 and 1-2 today, just because we missed Tuesday. We'll be able to kind of recoup that up as we go, so it's not the end of the world. But in Jetnet, there are lesson checks, and many of you have emailed me about that. The lesson checks is just a 1-question little quiz after every lesson. It is based on one of the problems in the lesson that I know that we're going to do because I'm assigning the problems. And it's basically, if you're in class, live in class, it should be a freebie because we're going to kind of work through the problems together in breakout rooms. And I will be checking in with everyone. And so everyone should be able to get that problem, be able to go back in and look in their notes and go, oh yeah, this is what we had the answer for that problem, answer it, and they're good to go. The lesson check is mainly for me as a way to check for attendance for the students who are not on the live session. So if you're not in the live session, it doesn't mean that you don't have to do the workbook. It means that you're kind of on your own for the workbook, along with watching the video to see what we do in the live session. Now, because in the live session, students are going to be working in breakout rooms and working together, it's not going to be recording me doing every little last problem. So that's where it's important for you folks at home that aren't able to be in the live session to be working and completing the same problems that I have listed here. And then you can email me if you have questions. You can set up time to come see me during our student hours. You could schedule time with Megan. She's our Math 130 tutor through CSS on our JC website. Those are options. And then eventually I will be putting up videos that our lead instructor made of every lesson, where he goes through all of the lessons, like problem by problem. So that's an option too. Because our Math in Our World just got updated, we don't have the updated videos done yet. So I will kind of be making those available to you and Jetnet as he gets those made. So this is kind of what our plan is today. Cool, somebody's in bowling. They have a tournament tonight. Must be for school. So that's how that's going to work. Now, does anybody have their ALEKS pulled up? Anybody in the live session that would be willing to share their screen so you can, because this is not letting me go forward until I do something.
Yeah, I haven't.
Can you share your screen for me, Stephen?
Yeah.
So when you choose screen share, choose the top left square. And then can everybody see? Can one of you, Ashley, Hunter, Brandon, Sarah, can somebody let us know? Can everybody see Stephen's?
Yes,
Yep, I
see
can.
it.
Okay, super. And I'm sorry, Stephen, do you mind that we saw your pie? I should have asked that. You don't mind that we see your pie already? Oh,
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't even, that's kind of a privacy thing. I
No,
really
it's
wanted to
okay.
show this. So you can see that Stephen already completed his initial knowledge check. This is what of the pie that he already has completed, which is fabulous. And up here it says, what's up next? Unit 1, lesson 1. And you'll just click on, you can click on continue my path. And let's go ahead and click on that if you don't mind, and we'll kind of walk through, because we just switched over to this pie thing this semester, so it's kind of a new thing for me too. So this is just going to walk him through some questions on his learning page. So let's go back up to the menu if you would, Stephen, and see. Okay, so here is where you can see all of your assignments. So if you click on assignments, it should then tell you when things are due. So unit 1, lesson 1 is due on 9/5, which is Sunday. And I made all of our Alex lessons due on Sundays. So this Sunday I have unit 1, lesson 1 and unit 1, lesson 2 due on Sunday. So those will give you some things to do. Even though what I'm going to go through, and I'm going to go and change those to be the 12th. Just to give everybody an extra week to get going because of things going on with our workbook here. So let me make a note for myself here. 1 change to. So I'm going to change that to the to be a week from this Sunday. How's that sound for everyone? That gives us a little bit of time to get going on that. And then you can see that that we should scroll down. There should be ones that are, they kind of open up as we go. So there will be other ones that are due on the 12th already, but you just can't see those here. So he can go up and click on the view upcoming. And that should kind of tell you what other things are due. So I'm going to move 1/1 and 1/2 to be the 12th, but I'm going to leave 1/3 and 1/4 on the 12th as well, because we'll get caught up next week. So that kind of gives you a couple extra days to get those other ones done. So as you work on those lesson objectives in Alex, it's going to fill in your pie. So that's going to, as you show that you're proficient in those areas, it'll fill in the pie. And that's how that's going to work all semester. Okay, so every unit lesson that we do in the Math in Our World, there is an assignment in Alex for that. Does anybody have any questions so far? Awesome. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen. I appreciate that. So let's just see here. I'm going to go back to oh, Jesus, this is going to cause some rigmarole here. I'll get to this JC thing here in a minute. While I'm here is our class. So I'm just going to point out a few things in our Jetnet that you probably have already seen. So most everybody's been working on the scavenger hunt, meeting some folks in your quantitative reasoning family, the meet and greet. Excuse me, I mentioned, I sent an email out that I got to come up with some new times for next week because things really got mixed up this week. So don't worry about the meet and greet. That I will put in as I meet with people. I will go ahead and put in the grade for that. The lesson checks. And the lesson checks are always due on Sundays as well. So the 1/1 and the 1/2 lesson check are due on Sunday. And we will probably get through 1/1 today, if not 1/2. So we can click on 1/1. Let's see if it'll tell me what the question is. Attempt quiz now. So the 1/1 quiz says, question 4 on page 11, find 20% of $79. So we're gonna we're gonna find that when we work through the lesson today. And everybody will have the answer to that. And sometimes if you put in like a $, But when he did the answer key, our lead instructor, if he doesn't have a $sign, it'll mark it wrong. Send me an email if you put in the right answer and it didn't give you an option, or it didn't accept your answer. It's just some of the things that he allowed. He didn't really like plan for all of the different ways students would type in answers. So that's how you're gonna do that. And I think maybe he put in units here. So okay. So then if we go to week 1, that's how the lesson check works. And we can see that there are worksheet 1.1 and worksheet 1.2. So the worksheets are in your course back, and you can find there's a worksheet 1.1 that you can work on that will be due next Tuesday at midnight. And then I moved the 1.2 to be due a Tuesday at midnight as well. So you can start looking at both of those over the weekend. If you have questions, you can let me know, and then you can finish those up, and then those will get scanned in and uploaded into those slots into Jetnet. Any questions so far? And then our link to meet on the Zoom, it's the same link all semester. And then I just kind of scattered it around just so it would kind of be in a convenient spot on Tuesday and Thursdays for you to grab to come to meet me. Otherwise, I think it's at the very top of our page as well, right? There's our Zoom link. So you can click on it there. Let's see. And then it's kind of pretty boring. Now, at the end of every lesson, or at the end of, excuse me, every unit, there will be a unit project. And so I will be talking more about that as we get going in the unit 1 project. But that's where you're going to upload that. And right now I have that due on 9/23. I'm probably going to actually change that to have that due on that Sunday, because that Thursday I am going to be out of town. And so I'm not going to have any Zoom sessions on Thursday, 9/23. That week I will be, I'll be finishing everything up. So I'll let you know how Tuesday and Thursday are going to be, because I'm going to be out of town that week. And I'll let you know which day or days I'm not going to be having the live sessions, but I'm kind of going to build in the schedule a kind of a free day or two for you to be kind of finishing up your project 1 on that week. Any questions so far from everyone? So once sure.
I have one question really quick.
Sure.
So the ebook questions that we're going to do we have to turn those in anywhere, or are they just practice?
So the ebook is going to be our Math in Our World book that is supposed to be coming to you. And so you should have a physical book. You're going to write in it. It's yours to keep. You aren't going to scan and show me any of that. And so some students, there will be students that go, well, don't have to turn it in, don't have to do it. I totally got this. It all makes sense. I've done discounts before. I'm just kind of I know how students work. And and then they won't do it. And then they're going to get to unit 2 and go, whoa, I don't know how to do this stuff. And then they haven't been working in their workbook. So I just encourage everybody just to, especially if you're going to be in the live sessions, it tells me that you want to engage in the class, obviously. And so we're going to work through that together. So today, Sarah, you're going to probably have to write on a separate sheet of paper because unfortunately, none of you have the actual book. But once you get that Math in Our World book, it's a workbook. You can write in it. Like I said, it's yours to keep, make notes and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And they don't give in some spots, they don't give enough room to work. So you might need some extra sheets of paper anyway, just for some scrap work. Now, another amazing resource that we're going to use this semester that I highly recommend you get going with right away is called Desmos. You can get a free account, DSMOS. It's called the Desmos Calculator. And it's amazing for a couple things because you all are able to share your screen. So when we're in the live sessions, when I put you in breakout rooms, you all can share your screen with each other and be using your graphing calculator and in Desmos and show each other how you're working out the problems, because you can type how to do things here. If you want to find what is 7 divided by 8 as A decimal is 0.875. If you arrow right and type times 100, that gives us a percent, right? 87.5%. It's cool. You can title these things. So you can see here, these are all things that I've done in previous semesters with my students. So let me show you here. So here's Unit 2, Project Task 1. This is what I had questions for the students. They had to pick a stock, and they were going to follow the stock in the stock market, and then they were going to do some equation and describe. So these are all the questions that I had asked them, and then here's their graph, and then we can just title it whatever they want, Unit 2, Project Task 1. And then the cool thing is over here, does everybody see in my screen here, there's a little arrow. If you have an iPhone, you know what that little arrow does. So I can click on that, and let's say Stephen had some work that he was doing and he was helping Brandon, and he's like, here, Brandon, I'll just send you a link to what I've been doing in Desmos, and then you can kind of edit it yourself and and see if this calculation makes sense to you. So you can just click on copy the link and then send it in an email or send it in a text. You can get Desmos on your phone. If you get the Desmos app, the last I knew, the app did not allow you to send links to other people, but they may have updated that because I haven't used it all that as much in the last 6 months. But it is an amazing free account. You can see all this graphing. So we're going to do a tiny bit of algebra this semester, but that's not our focus. Our focus is to visually see equations, to be able to interpret parts of them and tell us what they mean in real life and how they help us in real life. Like we're going to talk about buying a house this semester and buying a car right here, investing in the stock market. We're going to talk about your taxes that you get to pay every year. So we're going to do some really cool things. We're going to look at some coronavirus data. So we're gonna see how math is used in our real world. Any questions so far from everyone? Okay, so since there are 6 of you here, I'm gonna pair you up. I'm gonna pause the recording because the people at home aren't gonna care about this part right here. But I'm gonna put you in 3 breakout rooms. And so you're gonna want to grab a piece of paper because I'm going to give you some homework that I'd like you to do. You're going to introduce yourself to your partner, whoever gets paired up in your breakout room, and you are going to share 3 Ps. Are you ready for the 3 Ps? Everybody writing down the 3 Ps? So the first P is you're going to share something personal. You're going to share something professional, and then you're going to share something peculiar about yourself. And then likewise, the other person will do the same. Then when you come back to the breakout room, I will call on whoever, maybe I'll start with Sarah, and I'll say, Sarah, can you pick one of the Ps, one of the 3 Ps that you learned about your partner? So tell us who your partner is and what is one of the 3 Ps that you want to share. Oh, I lost somebody. I hope I didn't scare them off. So I might have to do 2 breakout rooms, or since there'll have to be 3 of you in a room, it looks like. Okay, so I am going to put it down here. So, so for lesson 1-1, we're going to be on starting on page 6 in the ebook. Work on 1 through 9, skip number 2B. Don't worry about that problem. Then move ahead to page 10, problems 1 through 9, and then problems 11 and 12. And then page 17, there's problems 1 through 7. Some of them will go quite quickly. Others might take a little bit longer. And if you all want to take a break, like here and there or whatever, just go ahead and take your break. Today's a little different just because we spent the first 45 minutes going through like details and getting everybody set up here. And then if hopefully we can get through 1-1 today, the majority of it, we definitely should be able to answer that question for the lesson 1-1 check. That shouldn't be a problem. And then we'll see what we get going for 1-2. So let me get you going in the breakout rooms and then I'll come visit you. So I'll open up the breakout rooms again. Oops. accidentally looked that up. So I'm gonna have to put I'm gonna manually assign this to make sure y'all get together again. It was Ashley, Sarah, and Brandon, right?
Mhm.
And then Carter, Hunter, and Stephen. Okay, there you go. So, okay. Ashley, you doing okay, hon?
Yep.
Okay. And
So
Sarah,
far, so
huh?
I said so far so good.
Okay, you got it. And by all means, ask each other. Don't assume anybody is always right, or don't assume anybody is always wrong or whatever. So just make sure that you're definitely sharing with each other. Which what did everybody get for the Macy's credit card? Which one was the best deal?
I got the second one because the first one was only 15% off of the $50 or more. And I got
$50.
$15. Well, the other
Yeah, so-
one saved you $15.80.
Right. So the
Okay.
20%.
Yeah,
the-
I got that.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm all about the coupons. Okay, so it sounds like you're
Yep.
making your way through.
Do you got any coupons for bowling balls by any chance?
I wish I did, but no, I
Oh,
don't.
me too. No, I bought a new one 2 days ago.
Fun. Why aren't
Got
you
a
on the
prop.
Tasty bowling team?
I am. It starts in I think November 1st. That Monday's our first practice.
Cool, that's exciting. Good for you,
Mhm.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then one thing I realized is that I have a teammate named Darren Hagerman from Homer.
Uh-huh.
And then our nationals, him and I have the same birthday, like same exact day, year, everything. Really weird, but he also bowls. And if we make nationals, and one of the days that weekend's on our birthday.
That's really cool.
Pretty
I just got the
sweet.
chills. That's cool.
Hmm.
Very cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and check on the other group again here.
Okay.
I also.
Yeah.
So 11, you said the 25% plus the additional 10 was not as good as the original 35%.
Yeah.
Is that, you agreed with that, Ashley?
Yes.
And then on 12, what did you come up with on that one?
That the first one's wrong because well, I just did 1,000 divided by 1,500 and it gave me 0.666 remaining, and not their claimed 50%.
Okay.
Right.
So on that one, they said it was hired 50% more workers. So an increase of 50%. So you would, did you use the percent increase formula from the page back? The new amount minus the original amount divided by the original.
Oh no.
So a percent increase means so the first one said they went from 1,000 to 1,500 workers, claimed that they hired 50% more workers. So we need to find the percent increase and see if it was 50%. And then the second one says a rival of theirs bragged about decreasing emissions from 1,500 to 1,000 cubic feet per day, claiming a 33% reduction.
Oh, so the first one is correct then. at
Yeah.
50%.
So how did you find that calculation, Ashley, on the first one?
Because I took the amount that they increased, which is 500, and then divided that by the original amount, which was 1,000, and then multiplied that by 100 to get 50.
50%. Yeah. Yeah. So the 1,500 minus the 1,000. So they increased by 500 overall workers divided by the original 1,000. So it was a 50% increase. So that one was true.
Correct.
And then what about the second?
So the decrease is still 500 over yesterday's 1,500, 133. And that's 33.3%. So
So would you
They
agree
would be
with them too?
well, yeah, because you could just round it down to
Yeah.
33.
So I'd say they're both telling the truth
Right.
on that one. You see where we got that formula, Brandon?
Yeah, I just didn't read. I was just trying to answer the questions. Oh, the hell. Stop letting me share my screen. 1 second.
Let's see. Sarah said she's doing okay.
Oh shit.
So now what page are you on? Is it
Oh,
7?
17. I don't know. I was trying to move my page number and it just logged me out of
Alex?
Alex. And then yeah, I gotta reshare now.
And
Yeah, the only thing is ebook. Okay, there we go.
1 through
There you go.
7. So if you guys want to just pick a few of those to do, you don't have to do all of 1 through 7. I just want you to get the gist of finding the tricky things. So let me see, like maybe 7's a good one. Let's see. You could do number 5, number 6. If you do 1 through 4, they all go kind of together in the same discussion. You could always just do 1 through 4 as well. And then you can move on to lesson 1 too, so you can at least get started in that today.
Okay. So just to 1 through 4 instead of the 1 through 7.
Yeah, but if you guys want to pick 1 through 4 and work on those, the idea is that you're just understanding how to go through some of these like comparison discount problems. If you're cool with that, Ashley and Sarah, and then that way you can at least start in lesson 1, 2 today.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and check on the other group too. Hello, Hunter has a
Hi.
question. How's everybody doing?
Good. I had a question on problem, what was it, 11 for page 10? Or no, sorry, question 12 on page 10.
The promotional materials one.
Yeah.
Did anybody else get that one, Hunter or Carter?
I was kind of confused about it.
Huh?
I was kind of confused about it.
So
Yeah,
they want you to go back and use that percent increase and percent decrease formulas a couple pages back.
Okay.
So percent increase, they're basically the same formula. You're taking the new amount minus the original amount and dividing by the original amount.
Okay.
So what would that look like, a number 12? You're a number 12, right?
Yeah. Okay. So
And when somebody gets it, we could annotate the screen if you wanted.
yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Just right when I'm writing down in my notebook. I'm gonna write it, text it, because it's gonna be horrible if I try and write this with the mouse. I don't know how to put divided, so I'm just gonna let you guys know that that's gonna be divided.
That's all right. Did you make it so we can annotate? Let's see.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So you have, I'm right. I'm just gonna write what I think you wanted. You were trying to get this as a
Yeah.
correction.
200,000.
So their actual increase was 500 employees, right? Out of the original 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
That comes out to be 0.5, which is the same as,
So that's, yeah, so that's what they were saying.
so that one, I would say is true.
Yeah. And then the other one is 1,500. Go. No.
And then the other one, yep. So they started with 1,000. Oh, they started, the new emissions was 1,000, right? And the old was 1,500.
Yeah.
And you're gonna divide by 1,500, so that becomes, that's where that's the negative 400. So they went down by 400, that's why it's negative. And then I'll let you type in your. Anybody
Yeah,
agree with this, Hunter or Carter?
Would it be negative 500 though?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mrs. Main. I wonder if I can undo my. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I get for trying to subtract in my head.
That one comes out to 0.33 repeating.
Yeah.
Negative, a negative 0.33.
Negative, yeah, sorry.
So, and if we turn that to a percent, that becomes a negative 33.3%. Carter and Hunter, do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
So actually, both were true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about question 11? What did you boys get for that on the different coupons?
For question 11, I took it and I gave it a number. So I like made an example, say like you have $500 and the store gives you 25% off, and then after the 25% off, you get a 10% off discount.
Mhm.
So what I did was I guess I don't know if it's gonna reverse it or not. Oh no, you can kind of see it, I guess. My handwriting's kind of bad, but basically I did a 500
Uh-huh,
times the 0.25 to get
Yeah.
the 125 amount.
yeah.
And then you subtract that from the 500 to get 375. And then you times the 375 by the 10% and take that amount off to get an ending total of $337.50
Uh-huh,
as your total price. And then I went back and did the same 500 number, but just took off 35% right away.
uh-huh.
And your price comes out to 325 at the end.
Okay, so which one did you get the bid or get the, are they the same thing? Is basically
No.
what you're asking, they're not, right? Because the first one, you're saving 25, then 10. And so
Yeah.
that 10%, you're saving it on the first discounted amount. So that's why you're
Yeah.
not getting the full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you boys move on to the end of lesson 1-1 there, if you just want to do on page 17, problems like 1 through 4, don't do 1 through 7. That'll give you enough practice for that. And then you could, at least we can get started in 1.2 today. Before we leave. I'll check back in with you. So you're not going to fill all this out. I'm just going to give you the tallies, okay?
Oh, thank God. I was on the last one.
It's I have 15 hours for class. So those at home, just fill this in at the bottom of the page. So class was 15 hours, 32 hours for homework, 54 hours for sleep.
1 second. What's H? What's H is homework?
Yes,
How many hours did you get for that?
I had 32.
Okay.
And then sleep is S, and I had 54 hours for that. And then work, I had 15 hours for W. And then other, I had 52.
Okay.
And so Brandon, maybe that's why you said you tried to do the 1.2 question number 6, the lesson.
Yeah. It was because I had earlier they were asking for H, right? Or which one were they asking for?
Number 6, that percentage for homework.
Homework, yeah. Instead of 32, I got 30. So that's
Oh.
probably counted wrong.
Just so everybody knows, I went through and adjusted the lesson checks to have unlimited tries, so that if for some reason you're like, we did this in class, I don't know why I didn't get it right, you can go back and redo it again for the lesson check.
Okay.
So it did say 1 try, and I redid. I just went back and redid those, so you have unlimited tries.
Okay, sweet.
So you should be able to correct that. Oh, somebody's calling me in the main session. I'll be right back. Then,
Okay. So for homework, you said it's 32,
yep, so homework is 32.
and then others 40 or 52.
Yep, and other was 52.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. So if before we leave class today, if everybody wants to do 4, 5, and 6, 6 is the lesson 1, 2 check. So I want to make sure everybody has those correct.
Okay.
Super duper.
Wait.
Is everybody cool with that, Carter and Hunter?
The numbers once more.
Sure. 15, 32, 54, 15, and 52.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And then I'm gonna close the breakout rooms in maybe like 5 minutes, and then we can come back and just make sure everybody has the answer for that 1-2 lesson check. And then next week on Tuesday, we'll tidy up lesson 1-2. We'll finish. I'll kind of probably trim down what you're gonna work on just so we get the gist of 1-2, and then we'll start fresh with 1-3. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I'll call you out of breakout rooms in a for everybody. Sorry. Can we go through those again? Class,
Yeah,
everybody got 9%.
yeah,
Yes,
And then homework, you got
19,
19%. Sleep, you got
32,
32%. Work,
9,
again, 9. And then other is,
31.
31.
okay, good job. So you should at least be able to do the 1-2 check. So like the 1-2 punch. So, so this is what we're going to plan on. If you want to try to tidy up some of the questions in 1-2, 1-2 is all about kind of, I'm not going to make you make a pie chart. For the project, we'll do one, I think in Excel. But it's mainly being able to read pie charts and graphs and things like that. And that's what's going to be important. So we'll tidy up 1-2 on Tuesday in class. And then we're going to move right on to lesson 1-3 so that we're back on track.
My pie chart, I drew it out and it's really great.
Oh, good job.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
You're a Picasso.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And I love that you're willing to share that, Brandon.
I am. It's a very good for the worst part. I'm in an art class and I can't even draw.
That's too funny. Okay, so I will see you all on Tuesday. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to put this recording up on Jetnet, and I really appreciate you guys all engaged in class. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself and you got some out of it. And we get our course packs, our Math and Our World book soon so that you can write in it. It's going to look something like this. You're going to love it. You're going to have all this room to write your work and share with each other. And then once we have that, if somebody wants to share their whiteboard, you guys can all write on the whiteboard while you're working in your book at home. That'll be easier. So I hope to see all your sweet faces back here on Tuesday, and hopefully we have some more people join us. So have a good weekend. Enjoy.
Yep, have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you. Ben has class at 11. I'll try to call you this afternoon after 1:30, Ben. Bye, Carter.
I didn't really like get close to finishing. I guess I'm just like a slow worker, but
That's okay. Where were you able to get through the 1-1 stuff?
hang on. Let me see. So I'm on. No, I didn't get through the 1-1 stuff. I ended up on question 9 of page 10.
Question 9. Let me go back there real quick.